I had lost like $300,000 in 1 month.
You say that right now with a smile on your face.
You do not tell anyone what you're doing until it's working 1,000%.
What do you think the reason is for that?
Social media gets you places faster because I was spending like $50,000 a month on pay-per-click advertising on Google. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I actually got recruited to go to the WWE.
You said you wanted to be an actor, isn't it?
My dad hands me a computer. He's like, go online, start trying to buy cars. I start getting really good at it. How am I going to tell him I quit the job? So I tell him that. And he's like, no, it's not time. And I'm like, I already quit. And he's like, you quit? I'm like, yeah, I quit. He's like, I'll see you tomorrow. And like hung up the phone. I'm going to buy this Tesla. Like I bought it. We made $35,000 on the car in like a week. So then I started going out and buying every single Tesla I could find. So the first Cybertruck that I had, I was selling to a football player for $230,000.
$230,000.
Like I had spent $10,000 on a TV ad to come out here, film me. But there was one moment where I realized this TikTok thing is crazy.
What is going on, people? Welcome back to the CEOCAST, the #1 podcast for showcasing business and entrepreneurship. Now we are global because right now I'm in, what area are we in again?
We're in Ewing, beautiful Ewing, New Jersey.
New Jersey, there we go. And I'm with the one and only George SALIBA. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I thought, you know what? After seeing your TikToks forever, seeing your content, seeing that we've got mutuals, it was only right to come down here and get a podcast interview.
Dude, I'm happy you're here.
For people who haven't seen your content, don't know who you are, don't know where we are, how would you introduce yourself?
Man, I guess I would introduce myself as the car dealer, the luxury car dealer that started making negotiation videos on TikTok. And just for like, I guess the genuine, authentic, like real videos and showing them like the ins and outs of business, of the car business, sales, whatever, you know, the Cybertruck King.
Cybertruck King, yeah. I mean, that's the mutual. We know Ahmed Anwar, and you sold him about 10 Cyber Beasts.
Yeah. I love Ahmed, good guy, bro. But yeah, I think that's how I would go about it.
What sort of cars are you selling? Because I mean, I'm sitting in front of an 812.
Yeah.
You're sitting in front of an SVJ. Are these the kind of caliber of cars that we're talking about? Yeah.
So right now, I mean, we used to only sell cars like 50 grand and under. And basically after COVID, when COVID hit, we got ourselves involved in these high-end luxury crazy units, you know? So yeah, like now it's mainly things 50 grand and over, all the way up to like 1.2 million. You know, hypercars probably coming soon. So yeah, anything exotic, foreign, luxury, still electric vehicle a little bit here and there. But yeah, I mean, anything super nice, luxury, always.
Yeah, that's what you're basically catering to. I mean, where should we start the story? Because as you mentioned before, this dealership was started by your dad.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's always been grafting and he's always been in the car trade. But before we come on to him in the car trade, let's talk about you, your upbringing, what you wanted to do. So if we had to take it all the way back to George as a young kid, what did you want to do? How well you manage your expenses can be the difference between growing your business and stagnating. Staying on top of your business receipts, cards, accountants, and spreadsheets can all be a massive drain on time and energy. Now, you can integrate all of these components in one place with Revolut Business and their comprehensive app, which will enable you to manage your spending, resources, and financial workflow a lot better. You can automate typically manual work with custom APIs and connect your other money management tools. The platform even supports integration of accounting apps like Xero and QuickBooks, so you don't need to worry about the little margins of error that can trip you up on a monthly basis, and instead can be free to focus on what really matters in your business. And here's the best part. Revolut Business have given CEOcast listeners and viewers the opportunity to earn £200 cash. All you need to do is sign up by scanning the QR code on screen or through the link in the description and add money into your account by the end of March. Look, with the business world increasing automation every single day, don't fall behind by letting the same old manual workflow hold you back. Signing up to Revolut Business is easy, fast, and simple, and it will help level up your financial operations.
It's funny because when I was a young kid, like I think I told my mom I wanted to be an actor. Yeah. At one point, I mean, I wanted to be like a car designer. When I was like young, that's what was in my mind. Yeah, I never really thought I was going to be in the car business like growing up. You know, I always thought like it was a possibility. Yeah. But I've always wanted to do something like with business. I never thought I'd do content. I never thought I would start recording videos or doing content for sure.
You wanted to be an actor though, didn't you?
For like a quick second. Then I grew up and that got out of my mind. But yeah, no. I don't really I think I got here, everything that I did, like learned to get to the point where I start buying cars from people across the country, like remotely. I got all that experience and from like everything I was doing, but yeah, I didn't really start seeing success in this business until I turned 30. That was when I started like actually making like good money for myself and for the business at 30. But until then, I was just like grinding away, getting experience, learning different processes and things in the business. But yeah, it never really came like instant, obviously. There was a lot of like I worked 4 years outside of the business when I graduated college. So I graduated college. I went to New York City, worked 2 years in New York City. I didn't know anything, like just got a job in New York working for an IT recruitment company. So I was calling candidates and I had no sales experience. I was afraid to pick up the phone and like start calling people because people think like, oh, they see me like, oh, you're so good at sales. Like you can just go up and talk to anyone or something like that. But obviously like I was afraid to pick up the phone for the first like 3 weeks of working the job.
Oh, damn, man. Damn. What was your real first taste of money? Did you ever do any hustles when you were younger as a kid in your teenage years?
I always tried to do something. I was big into sports growing up. So I was like a big wrestler in high school, a college wrestler.
Yeah.
My
wrestling's like quite, I mean, aside from WWE from what we know in the UK, but wrestling is actually quite big here in terms of being a sport, isn't it?
It is very big. So I actually got recruited to go to the WWE my senior year in college. I was the 16th seed in a 16-man bracket going into the national tournament. I was wrestling the first seed. And I won by triple overtime. It was like a huge upset. Yeah. And there was like a big WWE recruiter sitting next to my dad at the time. Yeah. And like, he was like, is that your son? And then like the guy was chasing me for like 2 months to try and like start wrestling like professionally, I guess you'd call it. Yeah. And my friends thought I was crazy for not doing it, but I just never thought it was something I wanted to do. I don't know. I felt like I was meant to do something else. Yeah. So I just
more like just fun.
Yeah. It just didn't seem like something I was interested back then. But
well, you said you wanted to be an actor, isn't it? So as we know, WWE now.
That was a quick thought when I was a kid.
We're never gonna forget that one though. Don't worry.
I know. Yeah, it's going live right now. So, but yeah, it's I don't really know. I mean, like everything I did to get to this point was just kind of like I kept grinding, showing up every day, like being consistent. I was always consistent with everything that I did. So, I mean, it just took me here. So
off camera just now, you was telling me a story about how, you know, you was working for someone else or at a job and then you took your decision to say, you know what, I'm going to quit. So just for the sake of the podcast, let's go over that whole story again.
So after my first 2 years working in New York, my dad calls me and he's like, hey, there's a job you can get with this automotive warranty company and you can work directly for the owner and it would be a good experience. You can go dealership to dealership selling automotive warranties. And I thought like, okay, like maybe I could get closer to like the family business. This might be cool. Yeah. And I still wasn't like set on anything like in the business back then. I just thought like, okay, like maybe I can give it a shot or something. So I gave it a shot and I was going dealership to dealership and selling these warranties, driving all over the state, driving all over Pennsylvania. And I'd always had watched my dad like work car deals here, like as I was like 10, 12 years old. And so I always like had some sort of interest, like a little bit, you know, but I was working that job. And then one day the car business goes like online, like you can buy cars on a computer. Yeah. So before that, you have to physically get up if you're in the car business, go to an auction, advertise in the newspaper. It was like very like prehistoric, you know, like the car business never really got technology until like maybe 2014.
I think I know someone who was a big player in taking the car game online. He developed a system. I honestly can't remember what it was called. I'll try and find it. But he developed like a back-end system for used car dealerships for them to start selling online and stuff like that. And then he eventually sold that company for 110 million. His name's Micaiah Rawson. So I don't know.
I mean, like they started selling cars online like after 2013, maybe a little bit before that. But I was working that job my second year. And as my dad hands me a computer, he's like, go online, start trying to buy cars. I'm on my computer in my car as I'm traveling, like in the parking lots. I'm looking at these listings and I start getting really good at it. So
what do you mean you're booking out the listings?
So I'm looking at all these listings. You open up a computer, you log in, you can see like 800 cars running for sale every day.
Yeah.
There's an auction every day at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So I was adding cars to my watch list.
Oh, okay.
On what we like were looking for, like the bread and butter cars, like C300 Mercedes.
In terms of what works in your dealership.
Yeah, like I was buying $18,000 cars, $22,000 cars, $25,000. Like maybe the most expensive car I ever bought was like $52,000.
Yeah.
And I'm just calling my dad, hey, I got this car here today. It's running. This is combination, white on beige, C-Class AMG Sport Package. And then as I started doing it more, I started learning the market, got really good at it. I was, helping gross for the dealership while working another job. And one day my dad opened up the Mitsubishi dealership and it was not doing well. They were losing money every single month. And I'm just kind of like hearing about like the stress that's going on for my family, my dad or whatever. And I said, I want to come and give it a shot and work in the business. And he's like, no, like don't come. It's not time yet. And one day I'm in my office talking to my boss and he's like, you're not focused. You're not doing your job. And, do you even want this job anymore? And I was like, actually, no, like I'll quit today. So I quit. I'm in the car. And I'd already asked my dad, like, hey, I want to come in. And I had already been like kind of denied. So I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to tell him I quit the job? So I'm like, okay, I'll call him and be like, oh, I'm thinking about quitting today. Like, I really just want to come. Like, I can't wait anymore. And so I tell him that. And he's like, no, it's not time, whatever. And I'm like, I already quit. And he's like, you quit? I'm like, yeah, I quit. He's like, I'll see you tomorrow. And like hung up the phone. So that's it. Like I'm in my parents' house now, like working on the computer. Like, it was nice because like I had a chance to like spend a lot of time with him. He taught me a lot about the business.
Yeah.
And
when you was working, was you living in New York as well?
I was living in New York.
So you was living away from home.
I was living away from home.
Yeah.
When I took the warranty job, I moved back home to my parents' house. I was living there, working out of there. And then, I was spending more time with him after I quit. And when I started, like after I quit the job, I'm working in the Mitsubishi dealership, I'm working in the parts department.
Yeah.
So we don't know parts and service back then. We were new to franchise, like the franchise dealership type environment model. Yeah. So they stick me back in the parts department and I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm like, how can I bring attraction, advertising to the business, right? And I'm a big leads guy today. That's what I became obsessed with, like was leads. But back then I didn't know that leads were going to be my thing, So I start this website called Luxury Auto Solutions. And I make this whole announcement on Facebook. I go to a bunch of networking events. I'm talking to a bunch of people about like my idea. I launch it and it just like falls flat on its face. And it was kind of like, oh damn, like that didn't work. Kind of embarrassing. Whenever you start something, it doesn't work out. So, but I remember though, I got one lead from this customer. He messaged me on Facebook on this website and he came to look at a car. And I was like, okay, like there's something here.
And that's from this website.
Yeah, from this website. Like there was something here, But the website was like a sham and I didn't continue it. And I start buying cars for the dealership, doing the same thing. I'm buying Toyotas, Hondas, everything, anything I could buy, Mercedes, all that kind of stuff. And on our third month, we turned our first profit. So we had a general manager at the time. My dad like was like, all right, like got rid of him. We turned our first profit. So like I guess he saw like there was some kind of potential for me to do something with the business. Yeah. And my cousin was basically like assistant controller at the time. My dad made him a finance manager, brought one of his other managers up to the Mitsubishi dealership. We had like a team. So I start thinking, okay, we have to sell the Mitsubishis now. Like we have to figure out a way. I didn't know anything about exotics back then. There was no Tesla market back then. So I start visiting Mitsubishi dealerships all over New Jersey, everywhere. And I'm trying to figure out like, how are these guys actually selling these units? So I figured out like advertising on the radio was a great way. And I had done so much advertising. Like I've done TV ads. Like I was spending $150,000 on the radio a month. And that's what hit when we started spending money on the radio. We were top 25 Mitsubishi in the country.
So what year are we talking now?
What
year is this?
This was like in 2017, 2018. So we were top 25 Mitsubishi dealership in 2018. And it's like we had just cracked the code. Like we were like celebrating. Yeah. And then COVID hits and we lose all the traffic, the Mitsubishi, like the shortage with the new car stuff, like just like crashed us. So then basically sitting in my parents' basement, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, how am I gonna do this now? You know, like I had done the Mitsubishi, that worked. Now I'm down again, and I'm about to turn 30, and basically I see a Tesla running in the auction, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy this Tesla. Like, no, we didn't have Teslas. It was new to the market. I bought it. We made $35,000 on the car in like a week. So then I started going out and buying every single Tesla I could find. So a lot of people know me as like the EV guy. We had 110 electric vehicles in stock.
That's
like
nuts.
that dealership over there was all Teslas.
Okay. And that's a Mitsubishi dealership.
Yeah. It was all Teslas.
Yeah. So I just want to ask you a quick one before we come to the next point of why is it that Tesla, you've made 35 grand profit on that? What was the secret sauce?
Being a CEO isn't just about making tough decisions. It's about being at your very best every single day. That's why a lot of CEOs trust Sunnah Supplements, the world's first halal supplement brand. From collagen to electrolytes, Sunnah Supplements formulates products to help you perform at your highest level. And as you can see, they've got a wide variety of it. Whether you're leading a company, a family, or simply yourself, Sunnah Supplements should be your partner to help you achieve more. The products are literally crafted to fit your lifestyle, your values, and your ambition. And every single ingredient is backed by science, and every single product is halal certified. Every formula is designed to help you become the very best version of yourself. And here's the other reason why I love Sunnah Supplements. Because every single sale they make, they donate a portion of it to charity, which is something I deeply align with, and I'm sure you do as well. So I'm not just buying products to fuel my body, but I'm also buying products that align with my values. With over 50,000 customers and available in the UK and US, be sure to join the movement today and use the discount code CEOCAST for 10% off. Or simply scan the QR code on screen right now, or head to sunnahsupplements.com and be sure to use the code CEOCAST at checkout. Thank you to Sunnah Supplements for being an official partner of CEOCAST and intending to improve our lives one product at a time.
I don't really know. I mean, I think Tesla's marketing was like a little weird back then. Like I used to walk into a Tesla dealership and think like I could never buy a Tesla. I don't know. It was just like a little different. And Tesla wasn't producing a lot of cars back then. Like they had just hit 1 million cars, like maybe like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So it was still kind of hard to get Tesla inventory back then, you know? So I think the scarcity in the market there was so much demand on Teslas. So that's when I started sellmyev.com 6 months later. That's what really, like the experience of me starting that website and learning how to buy a car from a customer's house in California. That's really why I'm seeing so much success today mixed in with social media.
Yeah.
Because I have a website called georgewillbuy.com. You know, go to the website, sell your car. If you want to get a car in front of me, you go leave your information on that website.
Yeah.
Now I have a whole team of buyers working from home. I have a whole process around how you can sell your car remotely. So when the Tesla market eventually died and the Cybertrucks came out, that's when I started messing around with TikTok.
So how many Teslas would you say you sold altogether then in that period?
Oh, man. I mean, like a lot of people were like joking with me, like Elon Musk was like definitely eyeing our dealership.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, we were selling 100 Teslas a month for the last 6 months. And before that, I mean, I was in the Tesla business for 3 full years. And every single time Elon lowered the prices, I thought I was done. And I had all my eggs in one basket. Like my brother, John, who was buying all the exotic cars at that time. Like we started buying exotic cars at that time when I started buying Teslas. He was buying Lamborghinis, Ferraris, not to the extent right now.
Yeah.
But he had one market covered and I had another market covered.
Yeah.
So I had the electric vehicle market like covered to a T, like to the point where dealers were like eyeing us, trying to figure out how we were doing it.
What the hell's going on?
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Is this something we want to get into? So when Elon lowered the prices the first time, I lost like 15 grand on like every single Tesla. And then I thought I was out. And then all of a sudden customers are calling us. They still want to sell, but I'm just getting them for lower prices now. And then it ended up going back up again. The market went back up again. It was very like volatile market, like the stock, the cars are very volatile too.
Yeah.
So there's still a market for electric vehicles, but not as strong as before.
Not as prominent, no.
Yeah, not as strong as before. I mean, margins were insane back then on electric cars.
And then what about the Cybertrucks? Because I'm from the UK. There's only a couple of people who got Cybertrucks, right? From what we know, the Cybertruck market was going ballistic.
Bananas.
You know,
yeah.
the list price was what, 100K, 110, something like that.
Yeah, like 85 grand, 90 grand.
And then the what was the asking price for them?
So the first Cybertruck that I had, I was selling to a football player for $230,000.
$230,000. So that's basically 100 and something grand over list.
And the first one that ran in the auction did 270. Yeah, and now I'm selling one today for 70 grand.
Yeah. So they've crashed completely.
Yeah, completely crashed.
Yeah, but you cashed in on that, would you say?
I definitely rode the wave.
Yeah,
that's always been my thing. Like I've always rode waves hard.
So there's one thing I'm seeing in that is that your ability to spot opportunity.
Yeah, that's what some people say I'm really good at. Is one thing starts dying, I find another thing.
Yeah,
which is definitely like some people I think would like kind of panic about that, and I did sort of like each time Elon lowered the prices, like oh crap, I'm done.
Yeah,
but you know, I just kept looking for new opportunity, and you have to learn how to like pivot from one thing to another. You know, but
I think that's what makes a great entrepreneur, though, isn't it?
I think so too. You know, I mean, the car business is so fun because there's so many different markets, different cars. You know, you have the Ferrari market, the exotic market, the BMW market, and each market is always moving at its own pace than another market.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're going into like the fourth quarter. G-Wagons are going up right now because everyone wants to buy one for a tax write-off. It's over a certain amount of weight, so you can write it off. You can write it
same
off
thing
like
with
taxes.
the UK as well, yeah.
So now we're like, oh, we sold 4 G-Wagons today. Oh yeah, this is when they start getting hot again.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's start stocking up on G-Wagons.
Yeah, and because you literally outside right now, you got, well, not just G-Wagons, but Cullinans as well, which also fit into that.
Yeah.
Well, do they?
I think they're over the weight limit as well.
Yeah.
You know, Cybertrucks are over the weight limit as well.
Yeah.
They've been dead for a while, but I hope they come up.
They come back up, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, fairs. So then from that point then, after the Cybertruck stuff has gone, is that when you got deep into the exotic game? Is that when we started seeing
The
you on
social,
TikTok?
first I started doing the social media, and when the Cybertruck started getting hot is when I started getting really big on TikTok. And yeah, that's when we started getting more into exotics slowly. You know, when we started doing social media, I was trying to buy cars.
Yeah.
That was my main mission. I was using, like, I had spent $10,000 on a TV ad, like for a production company to come out here, film me, post something on TV that's running once a week. And they're also charging me for that.
Yeah.
But there was one moment where I realized this TikTok thing is crazy. A customer came in to sell me his Tesla Model Y. It was like my first live, really good negotiation video where it went viral, and I had 25 leads from it. And I ended up giving the guy as much money as I could to close a deal. I made $1,000 on that car, and he didn't want to film the video when I came up to him. I said, we're going to film it, and if you don't like how it goes, we won't post it.
Yeah.
So ended up making the deal with him. The next day he posted it. There's like 3 million views on the TikTok video. We have 25 leads because of that video. We ended up buying 10 Teslas from that one video. And I said to myself, holy crap, I just spent $15,000 all in with production and airing for a TV ad. And I just filmed a video for free, which a detailer held the phone for me.
Yeah. Quick,
I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like that video was worth like $40,000.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is what I'm doing now.
You went all in on that.
I went all in on that. I started out by just filming everything on my phone, like filming POV, just sold your Tesla stock and you bought a McLaren. Like I was just trying to film anything and everything. And I was posting twice a day on my own, editing the video real quick on TikTok. And I started on TikTok only. Like I wasn't posting on Instagram, any other social media, because I had like social media anxiety.
Yeah.
And I didn't want anyone to see me like posting videos. So
friends and family. You don't want them to see. Yeah.
So TikTok, like no one had TikTok.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right,
that works.
Lived here.
Yeah.
And then everyone started knowing me. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll start posting on Instagram now. I got comfortable.
Yeah.
But I went all in. I hired a cameraman. So he's not here today, but like he's with me 4 to 5 days a week. And we're filming YouTube videos now all the time. And we're getting like 3,000 leads a month from people that just want to sell their car off social media. Yeah.
So are you, I know this goes without saying because you can't do one without the other, but are you in the business of buying cars or selling cars?
I'm in the business of buying cars. I mean, the money's in the buying, but the cars sell themselves. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously you need a good sales team. You need good help. Like I'm able to do what I can because I have a really good surrounding staff around me.
Yeah.
I'm able to run crazy and like go fast because of my team. And like, obviously like my brother is like a huge help in my operation and I'm helping his operation. We all work together. But like when these exotic leads started coming in, like now, like we had like 3 SVJ leads today.
Yeah.
Customers want to come and sell their SVJ. I'm walking over at his office. I'm like, yo, I have an SVJ lead. Like I have a Countach lead. Like let's close it.
What was the first exotic lead you had?
The first exotic lead we had, I think it was a.
Well, not even just exotic. Let's change that question. What was the first lead you had where you thought, oh my God, there's no way I'm getting offered this car right now?
Oh my God. It was probably, what was it? It was probably like just an SVJ Roadster or like, you know, we used to get excited over the most simple cars.
Yeah.
Like a C63 would like excite us.
Yeah.
And my brother and I always would like stop and be like, yo, remember last year when we were excited about an M3?
Yeah.
Or like a Tesla Model S P90D? Like, and you know, every year has been so crazy for us. We're just growing so fast and we invest all the money back in the business. We're not like buying boats or houses or anything like that. We're just like keep growing.
Yeah.
And it's good and bad. Cause you're just running so fast all the time. And you know, if you're able to take money out of the business and enjoy it, you're forced to plateau.
Yeah.
But with what we're doing right now with just filming every day and putting out content consistently on YouTube once or twice a week and 4 shorts or 5 shorts a day, it's like nonstop, basically. Like there's just nonstop growth.
It's funny because I've got a few friends in the UK who have got dealerships, right? So one of my friends is Calvin's Car Diary, quite big dealership. And he's saying he's got a very big dealership as well, but he can enjoy his life, of course, but not to the full extent where his dealership is doing. Because the money's constantly getting invested in cars. You're constantly, cash flow is king.
You're going broke every other day.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, you're going broke every other day and then you have to cash out and sell some cars, you know? So yeah, I mean, like if you're rocking and rolling, you are going to be busy. I mean, you know, a Countach lead just showed up and we're like, all right, we got to make room for this $1.6 million car.
Yeah.
So it's nonstop, honestly. And, you know, social media has been amazing. You know, I never thought like I would be doing it. I never thought like the videos would have this much of an impact. And it's been like a super fun ride, super grateful. And the people come in here all the time, like fans and stuff like that. I go to Lebanon. I go out. Like everyone always tells me how much they love the videos. And that just like mainly keeps me to keep going. Like I really don't care to like cash out on something nice or go like, honestly, this is like the most fun you could have. You know, just enjoy the process and keep working.
That's what I definitely want to say. Social media definitely gives you enjoyment and satisfaction.
Yeah.
As part of the job as well.
It does. I mean, social media gets you places faster. I never understood why people post or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, I see why. Like, I mean, it was easy for me to transition because I was spending like $50,000 a month on pay-per-click advertising on Google.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, you're saving money. Just, you know, hiring a videographer and that's it.
Yeah, you hire a media. I have a small media team, and if I could put more money into that and start doing other stuff on social when I'm ready, I think I'll just keep pushing more power into that.
Yeah, 100%. You mentioned Lebanon. I'm going to come into this shortly because I saw something in your stories recently which does look very, very interesting. But just coming back to the whole buying inside of the cars. Now, for you, is it all about spec in terms of the buying? You said the car will do the talking itself.
Yeah.
You don't need a salesman to say, yeah, this is a red SVJ. It's got 770 horsepower. Someone who wants an SVJ knows they want an SVJ. It's just, have you got the right one?
Yes.
So when the power's in the buying, are you saying it's all about the spec that you get for the car?
It's all about the spec. Like, people nowadays, they don't just want like a black on black 911 Turbo S. You know what I mean? They want like a paint to sample, Gulf blue, like heritage interior, Turbo S. They want something that like no one has. So if you're buying cars, the most important thing you're buying is the spec, the color combination. Like how many Maybachs are there with white interior? Like none. You see them all black interior all the time.
Yeah.
So you have to be educated on like the specs. How many do they make in this color? How many do they make with these options? Like, you know, you see like rental car companies who are really successful, like Ahmed, like he has the sickest specs.
Yeah.
You know, like he rents things that people want.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. You got to buy cars that people want to buy. But yeah, that's the most important thing when you're buying is the combination.
How far and wide do you actually sell your cars? Because I'm picturing like this. UK is a small, tiny island. New Jersey is bigger than the UK, right? Where do people actually come from? Is it all just within New Jersey or
California,
everywhere?
Florida, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Shipping cars to Canada. I mean, Africa, like there's Dubai. I mean,
Dubai as well.
Cars are going everywhere. Yeah, like we sent like 10 Cyber Beasts to Ahmed.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, actually,
and all over the place, wherever people want to, they handle their own transportation, they handle their own freight or whatever. We have the car, they can take it. So the internet is just so crazy right now. I mean, like you just go online and you search online looking for this car, you know, you find it and then you buy it. I mean, and now like our reputation is so high with the condition and like how we're going to sell the car. Like I tell my customers, listen, what do you want to see? A walk around video? They're like, yeah, sure. Okay, no problem. I'm going to send you a video, but just so you know, I looked at the car. I'll sell you the car with my eyes closed. If you don't like the car, like send it back. Like the car is mint.
Yeah.
So it's just easier when you're dealing with, you know, these cars. But obviously like my dad had a really good reputation. Like the ground here was strong. My brother John and I basically came in here and just like tore it up and had a lot of fun. And we wouldn't have been able to do any of that stuff without like his foundation, you know?
Yeah.
Starting businesses these days is obviously like a huge challenge. But yeah, we're just like grateful for that. Like it was like a playground for us.
Is your dad still working in the business as well?
He comes in every day
Yeah.
for a few hours. He likes to be the eyes, like, you know, watch over everyone, everything, watches over us, like make sure everything's good. We're running at like 100 miles an hour every second. So he likes to just make sure, like, you know, he's the eyes wide open guy, like standing back, like looking at everything, make sure everything's going well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what's the sort of setup that you've got, because as we mentioned off camera as well, it's a family business, right?
Yeah.
You got you, your brother, and your dad as well. So how's that all dynamic work together?
We all work together. Yeah. So work well together. So John and I work really well together. My dad and I, you know, we work well together, obviously. I mean, there was a point where he was like not wanting us to do everything that we were doing.
Yeah.
And then we just started doing well. But we were lucky because we started doing well right away.
Yeah.
And there was a point where we kept asking him for his opinion. And then he was like, just stop asking me. Just go do it.
Do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that just because he's more old school?
You know, like coming from a Lebanese family, I think most Middle Eastern parents like want to like, you know, tell your kids like what to do. Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
And we felt that in the beginning. And then all of a sudden it was like, all right, just don't ask me questions anymore. Just go do whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I mean, he always says you have to have money to lose. So we started off making money in our own markets, my brother's market, my market. And then all of a sudden one day I wake up and I'm losing 10 grand on every single Tesla I have in stock. So,
Mental.
But I had money to lose because I had made money for 2 years. So anyway, yeah, I had lost like $300,000 in 1 month on all my Teslas. But you know what?
How do you say that right now with a smile on your face?
It's fun.
It's fun.
I lose money and I just smile. I don't care. I mean, listen, I lost like 6 grand on a car today, wholesaled, because it's all about cash flow. And you have money coming in. We have leads coming in. People want to sell us cars. People want to do business with us. So we're just going to keep going. You know what I mean? Some people it stings. You know what I mean? But we're just blessed. We have a lot of business coming through all the time. And we need to keep moving money, to keep moving cars, getting cars sold, more cars coming in. It's just like a circle that's going 1,000 miles an hour. So if you're going to get bent out of shape about a car sitting in stock for 100 days and you don't want to lose money on it, that's not the car business. Like if you buy a car wrong on day 1, you lose 5 grand. You don't wait until day 100.
Yeah.
Like if you know you messed up, and there's a saying like you make money when you buy the car, not when you sell it.
Yeah.
So like you know you made the right decision paying whatever you paid for the car when you bought it. But yeah, like if sometimes I've messed up and I bought a car I paid way too much money for, and I'm like, okay, 5 grand loss day 1. You know, just get it out of here and move on.
Yeah. At this point right now, 35 years old, what's the biggest lesson you've learned?
The biggest lesson I've learned, I think this is actually funny because I used to look up to people and like, how do they do it? You know what I mean? I used to look up to different figures in the car business, and
What, like other dealers and stuff like that?
Other big wholesalers, big dealers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they do it? You know what I mean? And like, I think once you get to some success and once you're doing what they're doing, you realize that they didn't really know what they were doing or how they got there. They just probably woke up every day and just kept moving.
Yeah.
So I think I wish I never fixated on people I thought they were so big and tried to figure out like how they did it. Like basically no one really knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's
Everyone's
like,
just figuring
it out as they go on. So if I were to like say something to myself, like as I was younger, I'd be like, don't pay attention, just like start working and keep going, because sometimes I think they have the answers, you know what I mean? And other people look at me and think like I have the answers or something like that. People come in here and they just want to like watch me work or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I really don't have the answers. Like you can copy my style if it works for you. But I just woke up every day. I didn't know I was going to have 100 Teslas in stock. I didn't know I was going to be like on social media filming 4 times a day. I just everything happened off of experiences and consistent work.
I know it's probably too early to talk about kids and stuff like that. So I'm going to use your brother as an example because he's 10 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what's the sort of wisdom, because there's kind of like that generation difference between you and him. What's the sort of things you've had to teach him over the years or that he's taught you?
So we've taught each other things back and forth. It's every single day. Like we're both like workaholics. Like I'll be working until 9 o'clock at night. He'll work until 12 o'clock at night, 2 in the morning. He'll just keep going. And then we wake up the next day and we're like, oh, I'm looking at this car. I'm looking at this car. In the beginning, it was funny because when I was working when I started working in the business, I started getting all these technologies. I was really big into technology. So I'm fighting with my dad, wanting to sign up for these technologies and stuff like that because it was going to help us in our processes of the business. I get it. I get the technology. And my brother comes down the stairs and he's like, show me how to use it. So like, he was like 14 years old at that time, buying C63s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he started buying cars when he was 14.
Yeah.
I started buying cars when I was like 24. So, I taught him in the beginning, like the tech, everything that I knew. And then he started teaching me stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think there was like one thing that we taught each other. I think I taught him that social media works and that content works. Because when I started doing all this stuff, it was like hard for other people to chew on and accept. I was kind of doing it like secretly, like I remember hiring my cameraman and I told him come tomorrow. And I didn't call my dad and call my brother, like what's happening. He just shows up and all of a sudden we're filming. And I didn't want to talk to them about it. I was like, we got to just do it.
So they didn't even know at first either?
They didn't even know.
Damn. That's very similar to me because I didn't tell my family or nothing like that either when I started my podcast.
That's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Like when I started sellmyev.com, I had failed the luxury auto solutions thing. And I told everyone I was doing, it got like all the juice out of you, the energy got out of you. Yeah. I started the sellmyev.com thing. I was like, I'm not going to tell anyone until it's a hit. And it was a hit by month 3. And then my dad's like, how are you doing this? And my brother, I told a little bit. He was the only person that really knew. And I'm like, oh, I have sellmyev.com buying 30 cars a month off Teslas and it's working. And it to this day, it still works. But the best thing is you don't tell anyone. If you know something's going to work, like you do not tell anyone what you're doing until it's working 1,000%.
What do you think the reason is for that?
It's like, in high school, you start dating a girl, you like a girl or something like that. Have you like, maybe you've probably, of course you've like dated a couple girls here and there. Everyone has, right? So that one girl you like or something like that, you really like her and you tell all your friends like, oh, I like this girl. And it never works out, right?
Yeah.
But then there's that one girl and you're like, wait, I'm not going to tell anyone.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you'll tell anyone and it always works,
and then it becomes a secret relationship.
Whatever, secret relationship, whatever
I'm
it
not
is.
talking from experience, but yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I always compare it to that moment because I think it's just keeping the energy inside of you, like keeping the excitement inside of you, not getting it out.
Yeah.
It's like when you win a wrestling match or if you were like win a sporting event and you just like celebrate all that like energy that like whatever it is feeling like gets out of you, you're not focused for the next thing.
Yeah, no, 100% I agree with that.
So I think it's just keeping yourself focused, knowing the job's not done yet. And then when the job's done, you can go sit back, pop a drink or something like that and celebrate.
Here's a real thing. How do you actually keep focused? When your business is in a position like this, where you're surrounded by supercars, you've got some success on social media, you're getting more and more success in the business. It's so easy for someone to just become complacent and just take it easy and a slow ride.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting like chills right now thinking about it because, I mean, I can't really I don't want to say I don't want to sound like that guy. Like I can't go anywhere, but like it's like when I was talking to Ahmed, like dude, people recognize him every day. People recognize me every day, and I think if it's like, when do you feel like it's enough? You know what I mean? And I just feel like you're young. I'm young. My brother's young. I don't want to just stop. Like I want to keep working hard. I hate telling people like you have to always be hungry because sometimes you have to like just enjoy it. But there's a little bit of that. And I think once you have such a big team around you, like employees, like you have to also provide for them. Like you're also doing this not just for yourself, but you're doing this like so people can eat. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think once you have like such a big overhead, we have a huge overhead between all our stores. We have 6 stores in New Jersey. We have 800 cars in stock. You can't just say, all right, I'm gonna go chill for like 3 weeks right now. You know what I mean? It's like, even when I'm on vacation, I could work, obviously there's days where I don't work when I'm on vacation, but we have a good team and we're able to like be like, all right, you go hang out, but it's like my brother and I, when he goes somewhere, I help him out. When I go somewhere, he helps me out. But I think it's just, once you build like a nice organization, I feel like that feeling of, becoming complacent gets a little harder to actually feel,
There's a saying that I once heard, right? And I'm going to ask you the question to put it in perspective. But how much money would you say is at the point where you're becoming greedy?
How much money is at the point where I become greedy?
Yeah.
In terms of what exactly?
Wealth, money, exact figure.
When I become greedy?
Yeah.
Why would I become greedy?
I feel like you know where I'm going with the thing. It's basically someone asked this guy,
like, how much money would it take me to like basically chill and stop working or stop caring, or
how much money does it get to the point where you feel like you're being greedy with how much money you earn?
It doesn't really come into my head like that, honestly.
I think I'm explaining it so bad, but long story short, I heard this saying one time where someone asked someone else how much money they want, and he said, I just want 100 grand. But by him saying 100 grand, that's his version of greedy, because he's only thinking about himself and his life. Where, as you mentioned before, where when you're working beyond that point, you're going to need more money because you want to feed your team, you want to do bonuses.
I think that question doesn't even, like, I don't think there's a number.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think there's a number, because there's still so much like life ahead, and I don't even think there's like a unit right now that would come into mind. Honestly, there's no answer that comes to mind, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much going on. We're growing every single day. Like, I don't think I can even put a number on it, honestly.
Yeah. I just literally came back from a podcast with Roman Schaff, watch dealer, and we were just talking about his team loyalty and stuff like that. Now, how do you ensure that the team that you work with, whether it be your brother, your dad, or everyone else, is you're all on the same page, stuck together side by side through thick and thin? I
think it's leadership by example. So people see my brother and I running around, people that have been here. We have salespeople that have been here for like 25 years, managers that have been here for 20 years, and we want to keep it like that. Yeah. Like I had one of my family members hit me up, and he was like, I want to come work for you. And I was like, if you're coming to literally just learn and get experience, don't come. Like, I'm looking for someone that's going to be here for 20 years. Yeah. So to answer your question is, I kind of recently got the answer, starting people out from the bottom. So like literally as a lot attendant, a lot man. And we've hired salespeople with experience, like really good salespeople. We start them and they quit 3 months later, because our system here is just so different from everyone else's. We have 6 locations, cars are bouncing around all the time. So we're on our 3rd salesperson right now that's having so much success with us, because they started from literally the bottom position. They know everything, where the car is, what stock numbers are, how to take pictures of cars, every single thing. when you put them in that sales desk and say, go call a customer, they're like freaking calling right away.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, they're not afraid to talk to anyone. They know all about the cars, where all the cars stay, how a car comes in, how a car comes out, how a car gets detailed, how a car gets pictured, everything. They know everything. So you put them in that sales desk at that point, they are literally ready on day one.
Yeah.
So that's how I started to realize this is how I get people to stay here for a long time, you know? And now we're learning there's people that are able to surpass sales and maybe just manage one of the dealerships one day. You know, I was with I don't know if I butchered his name right now, but Bhatia, the Toronto superfan in Canada, he has dealerships right now. And I asked him the same question. I was like, how do you get people? Like, how do you grow? Like, how do you scale? Like, obviously it's with your people, right?
Yeah.
But you can't, it's not as easy as just hiring the best talent and just having them start. It's not.
No.
Honestly, it's better to start them from the bottom. And he said literally starts them from the bottom and they become general managers. So that's what that's been the most exciting thing I've realized in the past month.
Because they get to see the whole operation.
The whole operation.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a big operation. And I even saw on your Instagram recently that you got something happening out in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not correct me if I'm wrong, it's not a dealership that you're opening.
It's not a dealership.
But it's a actual office.
So it's an actual office.
You take it away and explain it to me. What's going on?
So my brother and one of his buyers, George, they were buying cars together. Like Johnny was teaching George how to buy cars. George goes off to Lebanon to be with his family. He was here in America working for us. And, you know, George, like, I started telling George, hey, I have a lot of leads coming in. And then John starts teaching buyers in Lebanon how to buy cars online. So my dad had this like, it's called like a sitting place, like in Arabic.
Okay, yeah.
It's like you just sit. So we made that an office. We had 4 buyers in there. They were buying cars online on OVE. And then basically, I was like, hey, I got a lot of leads coming and I have a lot of phone calls coming in and people to handle those calls. So it turned into like a call center, like a buying center.
But it's for the US.
It's for the US.
Okay.
So we have 5 people right now in Lebanon at a legit office right now.
Yeah.
And I was in Lebanon the past summer, and my cousin was like, I have this little building on this street out here. I'm going to turn it into an office. In 2 weeks, he like freaking turned it into a full blown office.
Yeah.
Computers, everything like beautiful inside. And they're working every single day, handling leads, buying cars. And this is my next prediction. And it's not like, you know, you go step by step, you know what I mean? But this is how it starts.
Yeah.
So we're hiring talent in Lebanon and it's awesome. Like great. Like they want to work. Like they're so excited. They love the content. They love the business, you know. I've always had customers hit me up in Lebanon and they're like, how can I sell you my car? I'm like, you can't, because I don't buy cars in Lebanon. And now when I go back next time, we're going to start making videos. Hey, if you want to come and sell your car in person and record it on camera, we're here in Lebanon, roll up with your car. And we're gonna start buying cars in Lebanon, and slowly, it's gonna build into a dealership.
What sort of cars are you getting offered in Lebanon though?
I had a freaking GT2 RS yellow one sitting in some like beautiful garage in the mountains.
Yeah,
and
they're left-hand drive as well, right?
No, they're right-hand drive.
Oh, they're right-hand drive.
Yeah, they're right.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, they're left-hand drive. You're right, they're left-hand drive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yes, so they're all like left-hand drive. The US spec, European spec cars.
Yeah.
So. Slowly, it's going to turn into like a dealer. There's going to be like a dealership there one day.
Yeah.
So it's going to start off like this.
Yeah.
People are going to start rolling up because like in Lebanon, there's not really a place where you can go cash out your car and sell it.
Yeah.
So it's going to start off as a car buying center in the US and then it's going to start off as like a car selling center for Lebanon.
What's like the dream operation look like for you in terms of the whole business? I'm talking about US, Lebanon combined, maybe other countries. What do you actually envision it to look like?
We got to go indoors, first of all. Like we want to go like beautiful, state of the art, going indoors. Like if people come and see our location, like obviously they're excited to be here. They love it. But like we want to bring it like to like perfection. You know what I mean? We want to be all indoors, all inside. Like you're in a beautiful facility.
I will say as well, I was very surprised, not in any bad way or anything like that, but good or anything. But I was surprised that because I've never actually seen the building on TikTok or anything like that, as in actual inside here.
Yeah. And
when we came in here, I was like, oh, so all the cars are outside.
Yes, all the cars are outside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the idea is to make it all indoors.
All indoors, beautiful, state of the art facility. where we can be like really proud of the operation, and I think then we'll just be like having fun. I don't think it's a like, to your question, like how much money will it take me to maybe become greedy or something like that. I don't think it's a question of that. I think it's a question of like when I get to what we all really want, you know what I mean? Then it'll be like we made it. Like we're inside. Like we built what we want. Like we built like our own operation to our own spec, you know? So I think once we get to that point, we'll start having like a little fun. But yeah, it's I think that's like the dream, honestly. Just have filming a beautiful place, customer deals, negotiations, filming inside, like just literally full blown TV, you know?
And then the question comes, where would you be with that? Would you still be here in the US or would you be in Lebanon?
No, I'll still be here in the US. I'll be visiting Lebanon more often.
Yeah.
2 times a year minimum, you know? But
was that 2 or 22?
2 times a year minimum. 22 maybe. 22 days minimum. You know? So yeah, I think that'll be really fun. And yeah, it's just still so early. It's just still so early. I mean, every single day I wake up, I'm like, this is just getting crazier and crazier and crazier. It's just still so early.
There's one thing I've been living my life by recently, right? Because regardless of focus, regardless of vision, I think at the pinnacle of it, and this comes down to everything of how you shape your life, is discipline. Mm-hmm. How do you stay disciplined?
I think it's just still so early.
What do you mean?
It's just there's still so much more time to come. And I think that's how you stay disciplined. You're like, obviously you can't be satisfied, you know, but it's just there's still so much life ahead of the business. You know what I mean? And until I think I'll be disciplined until if my kids want to be working in the business, I think I'll be disciplined until then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just stepping back and realizing like the growing just keeps going and you have to stay disciplined when the growing just keeps going. But yeah, I mean, I stay disciplined by like, say, keeping my mind right, going to the gym, handling stress. Like I'm very lucky. I don't get stressed very often at all. Like nothing really stresses me out, even if I'm losing 20 grand on a car. But it's just obviously taking care of yourself, you know. Sometimes you got to watch 3 hours of Netflix every night. You know what I mean?
Well, just to de-stress and just relax.
Just to zone out and de-stress, you know? I actually love live streaming. Yeah. So I'll live stream.
I watch your TikToks. I tune in all the time.
Thanks.
How many cars do you actually buy from TikTok live streaming?
I'll buy like 6-7 cars a night sometimes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, so it's not just like it cuts off after the live. It continues.
No, like, well, we'll get leads during the live and after the live. But during the live, I'm like, hey guys, if you want to sell your car, click this link and I'll call you live and we'll negotiate. Yeah. So sometimes, you know, you've seen the videos, they get really fun and entertaining. And I'm the first person, you know, to do content in the car business. I'm the first person to do content live, calling customers and doing that stuff. I mean,
it's good, man. It's good fun as well.
It's a lot of fun.
It teaches people the art of negotiation and stuff like that. I'm gonna ask you this question right now. What makes a good negotiation a good negotiation?
I think being able to diffuse or being able to talk to anyone is one, and knowing your objections. You know what I mean? Like I used to be a kid and watching my dad do business, you know, and I think this is where I got it from. Yeah, I was sitting here, and then this guy comes in drunk as hell. I was like maybe 8 years old. It was like still like 1998, you know, 1988, 1999 back then. Guy comes in holding like a beer. I want to buy this car cash, like mad, like boom, like wants to negotiate, hostile customer right away. Yeah. Salesman at the desk is like wide-eyed, freaking out. I see my dad come in here and just completely control the situation, settle the guy down, close the deal in 2 seconds. Like you thought the guy was going to freak out. Yeah. Like very angry customer. And then boom, the guy's happy signing the paperwork 8 minutes later with a beer in his hand. Yeah. And I was just like, that was crazy. Like he just handled that so easily. Yeah. And I think just watching him make deals it's not even about the word. It's about the words you say, but it's about like your temperament, your tone, and your approach. And I think if you can master those where you can just naturally talk to anyone, I think that's what makes a great negotiator. Yeah. I've gotten better though. When I started doing TikTok, negotiating, like calling customers on the phone, if customers tell me I need to think about it, I usually just let them go and hang up the phone. And I'm like, wait a second. You know, back when I was in sales, there was no YouTube, there's no shorts, there's no reels. You can't just learn what you can back then. Like college was like mandatory in 2008. Like now, you don't even need to go to college. Like my kids don't want to go to college. I'm like, okay, like what do you want to learn? Let's go learn it. You know, let's figure it out. But knowing your sales objections, like I got to talk to my wife. Okay, well, what are you going to do if your wife says no? Oh, well, like if she says no, I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, great. It's awesome. Now, if they say, oh, if she says no, I'm not going to do it. Oh, well, what is she going to say no to? Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at a minivan and I'm looking at this Camaro. Oh, okay. Well, like, let me go grab you a minivan, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, this is the easiest, most favorite one is I got to think about it. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? I'm at like a 7. Okay, what makes it a 10? Give me like $500 more, I'll do the deal. Boom, you know? Because people are actually, when people are talking to salespeople, they're zoning out. Especially if you're on the phone, they're not even listening to you. They may be scrolling on TikTok, talking to you at the same time, you know? And I got to think about it. All of a sudden, you ask them like a gamified question and they'll just tell you what the answer is.
Yeah.
It's like a smoke screen, you know? So when I started doing TikTok, I started getting really good at sales objections. My new favorite one is I found a better price somewhere else. Okay, just to ask you, if our price was the same, who would you rather do business with? Oh, I'd rather do business with you. I'm like, okay, great. So if I can match that price, that's great. It's awesome. Okay, no, I'd rather do business with them. Okay, and why is that? Oh, they're picking up the car from my house and they're taking my car from home. They're not charging me any shipping. Yeah. All right, we'll do the same thing. You know?
What's the problem now?
What's the problem now? You know, it's just like you'll never believe how easy it could be, honestly. Like once you learn objections, sales is just so easy. But obviously like temperament, controlling the environment, tonalities, that mixed in with objections is just killer.
I honestly think I've said it throughout the whole time of me doing podcasts, and even when I look back in my life, it's definitely one thing that I've been great at, which allows me to do great podcasts, which is, and I'm going to use the word, being adaptable. Know who you're talking to.
Yes.
The same way your dad came in and saw the drunk guy, or the same way I'm doing this podcast right now, will be a completely different approach to if I'm doing a podcast with someone from the hood. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's all about being adaptable and learning how they can actually communicate with you and stuff
100%.
Like that.
Like I've had people be like, oh, the guy's last name is Slayman and we're Lebanese. I'm like, the guy's Lebanese. His last name is Slayman. His last name is Saliba. Yeah. Talk to him in Lebanese. Like talk to him in Arabic. Yeah. What are you doing? You didn't talk to the guy in Arabic the whole time and you knew he was Middle Eastern? Like you have to adapt to every single person. If I see a guy wearing like an Albanian crest on his neck, I'm gonna ask him, oh, are you Albanian? I'm gonna make some connections. I'm gonna adapt. But yeah, I think that honestly is perfect. I'm going to write that one down myself. Like you have to adapt to every single customer. Every single customer is different.
I'm going to make a book now.
Yeah, that's honestly the number one. Sales, adapt. You need to learn how to adapt.
Do you think everyone, regardless of who you are, what you want to do in your life, do you think everyone should be learning sales? Yeah,
I mean, why you listen, like it's like, listen, if you can learn 7 words in Spanish, 10 words in Spanish, the second largest language in the world, you need to know the first most popular sales objections. Everyone should know them, you know? But yeah, 100%. I mean, it's just so important these days.
Awesome, bro. What would you say is like the type of people that follow you? Because I'm trying to work out right now. I'm 28 years old. I can't tell if like maybe kids follow you from the area or who is it? Because I'm trying to think if you had to leave a message to the people, but I don't even know who the people are. Only you know that.
Listen, I never thought people with money would be so involved with the social media. Yeah. I remember when it hit.
It's crazy, bro. Do you know, I'll tell you one thing right now. This is my opinion. The rich guys, they're bored.
They are. Yeah. I mean, everyone's on social media. Everyone's scrolling at the end of the day, right? But I never thought I would be buying Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all these exotic hypercars from people who follow us on YouTube or... Now it all makes sense. Now that I've learned the demographics of each platform and all that kind of stuff, I get it. But the moment where I realized like this is nuts was when there was a guy in the dealership. He's buying 3 Teslas. He had a gold Patek on his wrist and he wanted to take a picture with me.
He didn't want to.
No, he wanted to take a picture with me. He was buying 3 Teslas, Patek on his wrist, and he was a big fan. Yeah. And I was like, wow, people with money really follow me. This is crazy. But at the end of the day, you know, it all makes sense, I guess. We're selling luxury. We're putting all these luxury exotic cars on camera. and it's working for us.
But not even just that. Going back to your whole point of sometimes at night you just want to chill out and watch 3 hours of Netflix.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for rich people. Sometimes they just want to chill out, watch an hour of TikTok videos, an hour of YouTube, and where they're going to go? YouTube, go to you, go to Ahmed, go to CEOCAST, whatever the case may be, but they're always locked in.
Yeah.
And, you pick the right audience with the cars that you're selling. Naturally, the higher clientele who are going to come and buy it are probably going to come see these videos anyway. And we live in a world, it's funny, and you probably tell me the type of clients that you get, but we live in a world where digital money, right? You got a whole load of crypto kids, you got a whole load of this and that. How many young millionaires would you say come and buy cars off you?
We're not in Miami. We're in New Jersey, so it's not probably as much as dealers in Miami getting. But I mean, we get a few flying in from other states, like crypto guys, millionaires, e-com guys, all the time. But honestly, it's a lot more of like a maybe a little bit of an older audience. I'd say like 35 and up is the most, the biggest like targeted audience that we're getting to buying these cars. But it's, if we were in a different market, I think we'd see like a lot more of like a influencer driven market, but we are in New Jersey, so it's just a little bit different.
Would you ever consider moving state or anything like that? Or maybe
we always think about it. I mean, we're looking to build a new place right now in New Jersey. We're going through some processes right now, and it's not in like a city area. I mean, it's close to Philadelphia, but it's not going to be like, in a popping market. But what we've learned is
location doesn't matter.
Location doesn't really matter. Yeah, location doesn't really matter anymore.
People are willing to come.
People willing to fly in, drive in. People are so used to getting their car shipped right to their door these days. Even if it's an exotic car, you can go take this car and get a PPI done at like Lamborghini, pre-purchase inspection, have them check it. They give you the thumbs up. They ship it out from there. Yeah. So the car buyer who are also buying these specs, like these rare specs, they know how to buy a car. They know how to buy a car remotely. Everyone's getting so educated these days on how to make a purchase remotely.
Yeah. A good collection car or good car that's going to hold money and stuff like that.
Exactly.
A lot of people are getting the education on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sweet, man. For people who are watching this right now, going back to your audience, what would your message be to them?
I would just like to thank them for watching all the videos. And I never thought I would be doing this podcast with you or meeting guys like Ahmed or doing any of this stuff. And I just wanted to say how appreciative I am of the kind words I get from people commenting on how much they love the videos. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. We keep doing it. The amount of support I've gotten from people is absolutely insane. The love, support, words, whatever, has been just incredible. And my family loves it now too. My dad, my brother, everyone loves the love that we get off of doing all these videos. So, I mean, I just say thank you to everyone,
That's it, man. That's powerful, bro. Honestly, there's one last thing I want to do with you, maybe off camera or something like that. Do a coin flip. You said the SVJ is how much?
This SVJ is about 720.
Yeah. 720. So, heads or tails for you?
Heads.
Okay, so you choose heads. If it lands on heads, I'll give you 1.4 mil. If it's on tails, free. Yeah? Yeah?
1.8 and you got a deal.
1.8 done. Coin flip. We're going to record this off
Coin
camera
flip,
and see what happens. I might just have a free SVJ. Can you ship it back to the UK for free as well? No, I'll make it easier. Take it, ship it to Dubai. I know you know
Dubai. We'll ship it to Dubai. It's not a problem.
Yeah, we'll go to my apartment there. Yeah. Now, peace, people. Look, if you want to follow George, then feel free to. Where can people find you?
People can find our business at jsautohouse.com. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at George J. Saliba. And that's how they can find me.
Sweet, man. If you're watching this for the first time, you've just come across CEOCAST, make sure you subscribe, like, share. If you love business or entrepreneurship, this is the place for you. Make sure you stay locked in and stay tuned every single Sunday. Peace.
You have to be locked in.
Yeah.
For sure.
You've got to be locked in. We're in America now. We're going to stay locked in. Was that a good American accent?
No, that was terrible. That was fucking awful, actually. I love getting me a nice like Ahmed Amwell accent. Honestly, the Cybertrucks, title deeds.
No, but
Cybertrucks. I love it. It's a Australian.
That was a terrible Australian.
I thought that was good. Guys, what do you think? I think that was good. Honestly, Cybertrucks, title deeds. That's all I used to hear. Got my Cybertrucks. The title coming today. Yeah. Send you the wire. Send you the wire, George. Yeah.
That was better. That's good. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Let's hear you do a London accent.
I can't.
Try it.
I can't.
You have to.
Like, cheerio, mate. I don't know. I can't. I can't do a London accent. I think I got the Australians down.
Say, would you like a cup of tea in a British accent?
Would you like a cup of tea? I can't even do it. No.